everyone, I'm Chessrook44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2. Last episode, we pretty much finished everything we had to take care of out in Fort Locke. Managed to get the rightful commander back in charge and went out to move on to the town we're heading to. On the way, we encountered this druid, Elanee, who has apparently been following us for a while. She led us through this glade here in hopes that, well, the beings who have been trying to follow us wouldn't follow us, and we ended up finding a whole bunch of animals, and something's wrong with the mare itself. Something's up with the druids. Anyway, we should be able to leave now. Yes, we can go into Highcliff.
You're risking your entire ship by going out there, Captain. Ignore me if you will, but at least listen to your own men.
We're leaving port right now. Nothing's stopping this shipment to Neverwinter, especially not a pack of lizard folk. What are you lot just standing there for? Bring up the sails! Man the oars!
The fool is risking a ship worth 10 times the cargo he's carrying. And for what? For the sake of a few extra gold for an early delivery.
Well, sailing the seas is always risky, truth be told.
Aye, but he's trying to set sail when we've got lizard folk going out of their way to sink every boat coming out of this village. A good captain is a fool to think he can sail out without drawing the attention of the lizards.
Harbor Master! Out there! Looks like the lizard folk have themselves another victim!
Oh, well, that's not good. So much for catching a boat. And down they go with all hands. Oh boy.
And I think we've all learned a lesson here. If I say it's too dangerous to sail, it's too dangerous to sail. All right, lads, see what we can do to help those sailors. Let's just hope the lizard folk let them swim ashore. Sorry, but I've got my hands full here. Some of the other sailors should be able to fill you in.
Oh, goody. Well, looks like they're all here. It's a full ship the lizard folk have sunk. Sorry, no time to talk. It's still chaos here. Bandits, lizard folk, people going missing. It's an interesting year. Well, we've got the map here. Not really much that can be done. We can't leave. There is still one boat here, at least. While we're here, you know what, let's actually speak to
Our companion
Elanee.
Kelgar mentioned West Harbor to me. I heard what happened there. To your friends, the other villagers. The attack by those creatures that forced you to leave.
Let's see. It was difficult to leave, and to see the wounded and dead was difficult as well.
Still, to leave your home. I sometimes forget the attachments one can put to a place. With my kind, especially those that listen to nature, there is no one place that we call home. Everywhere we go throughout the land is comforting, with its own sounds and life.
Where's the people of West Harbor that made it home? The people.
I can see how that would be. It is a strange concept at times, but understandable. We deal with few outside of our own circle. I have not seen my own kind in many years, and I spoke with the circle only rarely. But surely we were not here to discuss how I feel about things. Was there something you needed?
Yes, I have.
What did you wish to know?
So, who are you?
I have little use for titles or names. Such things speak of the ways of cities and walls. But if you are in need of such, then you may call me Elanee, once of the mare where dead men rest, now no more.
No more?
The dead walk again in the marsh, and strange creatures prowl the edges of the mare. There were only a few signs at first. Then they grew. Animals began to vanish and die, to be lost in the depths of the mare. The lizard men fled from their homes across the swamps, driving ever deeper into the territory of men. And
Like
more
now.
terribly, the land itself has started to fall silent, and to bleed.
Okay, all those things are very terrible, but when the ground starts bleeding, I think I think maybe we should start wondering and worrying about the horrible creatures coming from the deepest depths of the ocean. Yeah, yuck, full of dagen.
What did you wish to know?
Let's see. How long have you been following me, if I may ask?
I have followed you since you left West Harbor, your village that borders the Mare, and I followed you as you explored the ruins that lie outside your village. It is an ancient place, older than the Mare itself. It is not a place where even the Circle were willing to tread. It's difficult to hear the Mare there, so we avoid it unless necessary.
Were you responsible for that weird badger, and for rooting my enemies in place on the road?
I was the one who sent the animals of the forest to your aid, though there are fewer of them to answer my call than in days past. And yes, I summoned nature to aid you when the second group attacked.
And why were you following me?
It is not something I can explain, but I feel these creatures pursue you for a reason.
Like the thing
Where
I'm
you
holding?
walk, so do they. You are either a threat or prey to them, and I must discover which.
I mean, we probably already kind of determined that it's because they're after this shard. So, and since I'm carrying it, it's probably not so much I'm the prey, as the thing I have is the prey. I just happen to be in the way at the moment. And why is it important to you?
These creatures that hound you are responsible for other crimes. Much rides on this, both from the past and the present.
And if I may ask, why did you wait for so long before you revealed yourself?
I was uncertain of your goals and your intentions, and whether you were some ally of these creatures. Only during the later stages of the attack did I feel compelled to intervene. It is always in our nature to watch, to observe. To act is at times difficult.
So you're kind of Jedi, okay. And truthfully, the way you said that, it's like, those guys hit that guy once. That could have been a mistake. Okay, that's 4 hits. Maybe this is just a test. 7 hits. Okay, now there's a little bit of blood. Now he's screaming for help. Oh, they smashed him in the foot! Okay, that's it, I gotta go in and help. Okay, our nature. Are there more of you?
It is not something I wish to discuss. Let us leave it for another time. If there is something else you wish to ask, then do so. But there are some things which shall remain mine and mine alone.
As you wish.
What did you wish to know?
Let's see. Before, you mentioned the Circle. What did you mean? No, actually, why are you trying to help me?
My reasons are my own, and I will share them when I wish. Until then, you must learn patience and trust that I am your ally in this, until the end.
Sadly, we don't have
What
enough
did you wish to
influence. Okay, before you mentioned the Circle, what did you mean?
It is not something I wish. If there is something else you
Okay.
wish to ask, then do so. What did you wish to
Let's
know?
speak of it. Fine. Oh, there's a lot we can speak with her about. Can you tell me of the Mare of Dead Men?
The Mare is no longer a place I know well. And where it once teemed with life, now it has fallen silent. Something stirs there, but I know not what.
You sound frightened.
It was not always the case. I have spent many years in its depths, learning its ways. And there was much to learn. Always.
Can you tell me more about it?
It's a tale for another time, and there are more pressing concerns. Perhaps in time we may discuss it further.
Very well.
What did you wish to know?
You seem to know a lot about the Mare of Dead Men.
Do you think this is the first lifetime I have spent in the mists of Mer Delane? My life in the Mare dates back several lifetimes. Many of my ancestors lie beneath its waters, and my ancestors were there when Mer Delane gained its human name, before there were even such tiny settlements as West Harbor and Redfallow's Watch.
Wait, Redfallow's Watch?
The name means nothing to you, does it? Of course not. The Mare claimed it over 50 years ago in its slow march across the land, and before that was the event where it gained its human name.
Its human name.
My people once called the Mare Mer Delane, the slow tide or slow marching court. In the times before the wars of men gave it a new name, before humans settled on its shores, and those settlements are mostly gone now. Their manors and castles now ruins, desperately reaching their hands above the water. It is for all who dwell within cities that the land will take again what was taken from it. whether cut stone, carved wood, or fields sliced by the plow.
That's not inaccurate. I mean, think about it and how time drags on. Eventually, all things do wear away. Wood rots, stone crumbles and is worn away by running water and wind. Everything we make will all die, will all eventually be destroyed and whittle away. But then, of course, when you're talking in vast enough periods of time, eventually even nature and the world itself will die and be destroyed when the sun, well, grows to an enormous size and burns everything, and then shrinks down, and then go far enough, and eventually, well, atoms will deteriorate, and nothing will be left, and all will die in cold and darkness and silence. You said this was You said this wasn't your first lifetime in the Mare of Dead Men.
No, for my father perished there in the fog, slain by orc soldiers from the mountains. It is his life that I speak of when I say lifetimes. On the year the swamp gained its new name, there was a great battle fought miles within its borders. Orcs spilling from the mountains drove humans, dwarves, and my people into the swamps, where they were surrounded, and cut down in the fog, trapped in mud where the footings of the orcs proved truer. But there were no need for graves. Their corpses were all embraced and dragged down, and what dead lay upon the surface were taken by the others who dwelled in the swamp. And so, even in the fog, the ghosts still whisper and weep of lost Mare Delane. The song taken up by countless elven widows that cry across its shores. And always, the mare seeks more dead to draw them down into its waters, down amongst the dead ones.
Why do I find myself thinking of that one particular swamp from Lord of the Rings? Still, kind of that's a dark place. What happened then?
I was orphaned from that battle, when the first of the circle found me, wailing in the mist. In those very ruins you traveled to outside of West Harbor. They gathered me up, and I made no sound. And they took me into the heart of the mare to show me its secret ways. And there was always much to learn. In time, though I knew only some of its ways, I became accepted into the circle, and accepted by the mare as well. It was only the last test that I failed.
What last test?
Perhaps we shall speak of it another time, but not now.
True, I suppose. We have only just met.
What did you wish to know?
Alright. You seem to know a lot about the Mare of Dead Men.
Do you think this is my
wait,
life
we did
and my
ask that.
ancestors were there when... What did you wish to know?
If you know about a presence in the mare, can you guide us to it?
The mare is no longer a place I know well. Something has built a black wall, something beyond which none of the circle could pass, even with the secret ways. All it touches dies, and it is slowly growing, advancing from the heart of the mare and driving life before it. And without life, without the land to aid us, one without the means to cross that wall is threatened to be consumed by it.
Okay, that's a big thing to drop on us. Okay, yeah, some creatures are hunting us, and by the way, there's this ominous wall of death that is surrounding part of the mare, and anything that touches it dies. Can you tell me more of this barrier?
Such things are not born of the land. It is a blight, a presence from somewhere else that strikes at Faerun, perhaps only by reaching beyond the land, into the libraries and tomes written on the skin of the trees and beasts, can such mysteries be made clear.
Of course, and it's beyond the massive wall of death that nobody can pass. Wonderful. Are we gonna need to find some teleportation magic or something? Or will we just die as soon as we're in there as well? That doesn't matter to us right now. We're dealing with this shard. Completely different. Completely unrelated.
What did you wish to know?
Okay, have you heard the word Kalak Cha before?
It is not a dwarvish or elvish word, but I have heard some of the creatures who pursue you speak that phrase, like a title or a curse.
Or a cursed title?
What did you wish to know?
Let's see. Do you have any skills that could help us?
There is much of the wild and the land that I know, and as I speak their language, it hears me and it will answer. If you need to speak to the beasts and those who dwell in the land, I can help you do this. There is much they see and know that those blinded to the lands do not see.
Elanee can speak to animals. As long as she is in your party, you may speak to animals you encounter and learn things about your environment. Good to know!
Sometimes I can shed my skin for a while, take on the form of another of the land's dwellers. There is no magic in it, just the ability to relax the mind. I am still learning its ways, but they will come to me in time.
Elanee, upon reaching 5th level, can begin to take the shape of other animals and beasts. Okay.
What did you wish to know?
Good to know you have those abilities. Do you know anything about the lizard folk from the mare?
Some of the lizard men of the mare are trained in listening to the land, but some merely prey on others, and their ears are filled only by the running of prey in the swamp, rather than the swamp itself. Many of those who listen are now gone. Entire tribes who have vanished. Their absence is causing an imbalance that is swinging more and more out of control as the remaining tribes fight for dominance, or flee the mare.
Flee?
Yes. Many lizardman tribes are being driven from the mare into the lands of men, and the war is spreading, weakening the lands surrounding the mare.
I see. I imagine maybe this is being caused by this massive black wall of death, as well as all the other issues in the mare. Wonderful. At least we're running from the mare and going into Neverwinter, where we can deal with things that are more possible for a guy who stabs things to deal with. Alright, we've spoken enough. Let's move on. I'm curious if Kelgar or Nishka has anything more to say, though.
Something you need?
Let's see. No. No, he doesn't know anything. What about Nishka?
What's going on?
Let's see. Ask about our
Yeah?
companions.
Which one of the marks you wanted to know about? Not the barrel-head dwarf, is it?
I actually meant Elanee.
The tree worshipper? What about her? If you're asking if she has any money or valuables, then no. I already checked.
Really, Nishka? Don't do that again.
Oh, all right. I was just making sure she didn't have anything that could hurt us, but I'll stay out of her pockets in the future. If you do.
What are you implying? I was more interested in what you thought of her.
I don't know. She's got pointy ears, but doesn't smell of the lower planes. So she's probably not a tiefling. And she's too tall to be a halfling, and too thin. Plus, she hangs out with animals. So she's an elf. What do you expect me to say? She's one of those nature priests. Worship trees and the land, don't like cities, so don't have much traffic with her kind.
Okay then, I guess that's kind of fair. Let's move on. Okay, and
Yes.
this is what we
Yes.
have of our companions.
Yes.
Elanee can actually cast spells. I did briefly look at it, but she can cast a whole bunch of spells. The way the spellcasting works is we choose what spells she wants prepared. She has them prepared, and when we rest, she becomes able to cast them. Basically that. As for the she can choose any one of a whole ton of spells that she has here. But it's my choice what I want to use. And let's see. For the level 3 spells, Call Lightning is actually a very powerful one. Very good. Does electrical damage in an area. Remove Disease is going to be useful if any of us get diseased. And now we actually have a healer, which is good. There are plenty of other spells here, but I don't want to use any of them at the moment. Level 2, we've got a Bark Skin in case we need it. Lesser Restoration is always useful, and Lesser Dispel if we need to get rid of something. While there are other spells here, I don't really necessarily care for them at the moment, but I'll probably get more of them eventually. Flame Weapon might be useful, though. If I want to get some more, thanks. Healing Sting? Focusing the power of negative energy, you deal 1d12 points of damage to a living creature and gain or equal... Oh! It's like a vampiric touch, basically. Okay. Level 1, we've got Entangle, which is something, and I put in 3 Cure Light Wound spell. A bit more healing. Foundation of Stone. Oh, immune to knockdown and move slower, that's it. Not very useful. I'm not going to bother with sleep because basically it causes creatures to fall asleep. And if they get hit, they wake up immediately. So it's crowd control, but not that good. And the cantrips, a couple cure minor wounds for like 4 points of damage. Really? That's it? We've got light if we need some light. Resistance, I guess, is there for a bonus to saving throws. Virtue, it's pointless to me. And flare, -1 penalty to attack. The cantrips are fairly useless. Actually, what level is she? She is 6. Oh, she actually has a shape-shifting ability then. Natural spell. Oh, she can cast it while in wild shape form. Wild shape. Character with this ability can take the shape of an animal at will. It may be used once per day. Twice at 6th, 3 at 7th, 4 at 10th. Okay. Available shapes include bear, wolf, boar, and badger. At 12th, may assume the dire form of any of these animals. I don't remember ever using it, but that's probably something we should have her to use at some point. Pretty sure most of the others aren't necessarily for us, but hey, if she can actually cast spells while in shape, that could be very useful. Okay, let's move forward a little bit. Talk to a few people, like this Grishnak. You're a strange-looking group. What do you want? We're looking for a, says the half-orc pirate. You got a mouth on you. I like that, as long as you don't get into insulting no one. So what do you want? We're looking for a ship that will take us to Neverwinter. You and half the town. You ain't heard then. No ships to Neverwinter. There'll no ships in or out of Highcliff till they put a stop to the lizard folks and their sabotaging. I'm just standing watch while the men try to repair the Double Eagle. Again! We tossed nets down into the water last time, hoping to catch some of the lizards. Didn't work. Those lizards just cut their way through the nets and damaged the ship anyhow. Clever beasties, I'll give them that. So everyone's just stuck here? Pretty much. Unless you're one of them crazies who actually try to get anywhere on foot. Roads just ain't safe nowadays. Makes me glad I'm a sailor. Where are the lizard folk coming from? No one knows. Village elder's been poking around, and our captain's been digging up rumors over at the inn. Nothing as of yet, though. Plus, people are nervous because one of the villagers went missing last night. All sorts of rumors flying around about undead and other nonsense. Things are just a big old mess right now. Where can I find the village elder? What do I look like, a tour guide? Go ask someone who actually lives here. Where's the inn? In the middle of the village, naturally. You can't miss it. Lots of drunk crewmen there while we wait to hear it's safe to sail again. I'll pay well. I really need to get to Neverwinter. You don't listen so good, do you? No ships in or out of Highcliff. Not that there's any that can do more than float right now. You're just gonna have to get used to being stuck here with the rest of us. Besides, it wouldn't be my decision anyhow. You gotta talk to the captain if you want passage on the Double Eagle. Alright, I'll be going now. Yeah, we're kinda stuck here. Not much we can do. Wonder if there's anything down here. I mean, I kinda doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything down here. Alright, no point being here. All that's left is to go up to Highcliff itself. Which, you know what? Episode's going to be a little bit shorter, but I think this is a decent place to pause. Next episode, we'll go into Highcliff and talk to all the people that are here. See if we'll be able to get any more information about what's going on. But that'll be in the next episode. So, until then, I'm Chester44. That is Travis Ignam, Kelgar Iron Fist, Nishka, and Elanee. This has been a Let's Play of Neverwinter Nights 2, and I shall see you all next time.